Yeah, but is it as good as Blood Bowl? You know, I was really unsure about this one, but then I saw the EA logo and I was like, ooh, maybe this is from the Madden lads. It'll be as good as Madden. So Richie, the reviewer for this one, and at one point he shortens the game's name to MLF, which I had to read a couple of times just to be safe. The gist of the review is that the game is fine, but if you've already got a Madden game, then you may as well stick with that. The gimmick with Mutant League Football is that it's set in a post-apocalyptic future world where American football is still a thing, only with much more violence and death and explosions. The game is built on that Madden framework, so it's, solid from the off, no complaints there. Which means everything, and I do mean everything, will hinge on you liking those previously mentioned gimmicks. The variety of the teams is remarked upon, the graphics are noted as smart, and it plays really well. Overall ends up as 82%, noting a solid footy game with some interesting frills that suffers from some annoying play aberrations, which isn't the most glowing review. And also, let's focus on that use of aberration there for a minute. I mean, that's a bit of a $10 word to throw out in the final summary. I think he's referring to a comment in the main bulk of the review about how sacking the opponent's quarterback in a game is too easy. This leads to an endless cycle of swapping possession with very little in the way of touchdowns when it comes to two-player games. Which, makes sense. You want there to be a bit more give and take when it comes to games like this. Exploits that both players can use tend to drag things down and hold back a game rather than making it fun. So, stick with Madden then? Yeah, that's probably about right. Stick with that and spend the money you would have spent on that on a copy of Blood Bowl. I mean, back then. I doubt the game goes for that much on eBay these days. I mean, certainly less than the copy of Blood Bowl if it's, still about. Warhammer are well known for their, their high prices. Like all the minis and that, all the different kind of teams, and that's before factoring the paints. If you want to paint them, you don't have to. You might not want to. Not everyone does. Just want to do that because it's a particular skill. The point is, it's a lot. It's a commitment, the Warhammer kind of stuff. So you might want to, just not go too deep into it. But like the cost of just dipping your toe in is probably, much more than it would be get a copy of this game. So the point is, just stick with Madden. Just stick with Madden.